Hello there guys and welcome back to 100% Chelsea for another episode of the Transfer Show. And I kind of have an apology to make, or to give, don't know what the expression is. Anyway, you know, last week when I rambled on about, yeah, we're going to do this more than once a week, and now there hasn't been a video for more than a week. Well, we're sorry about that, but there was stuff behind the scenes going on which kept us from putting out content. Now that seems sorted, so now we're back doing content. I love making these videos, so I'm sorry for, you know, there not being any videos. You know, I've missed it. Now I'm back doing it, obviously. Happy to do it. But yeah, let's get straight into it. And starting off with some great news. Because last week, end of last week, reports have come out that Chelsea and Nike are planning some very big things once the deal starts on the 1st of July. Signings to be announced and Conte to be awarded a new deal. As, you know, some of the things they want to do proper big. You know, Nike is, contrary to Adidas, more of a brand exposing deal, a bit more than Adidas anyway. Adidas did it a lot for Man United with the whole Pogba deal and stuff, but generally Nike are more on the advertising thing bandwagon than Adidas are. At least that's what I read. I don't really know, if I'm completely honest, don't care. But the word is that they're planning to announce several signings on July 1st together, Chelsea and Nike, with one apparently being bigger than the other. You know, that sounds great, doesn't it? Apparently players will be announced with some sort of video. I'm not sure if that will be individual videos per player or for every player that we do announce, or if that's going to be one big video. I don't know. And apparently a Nike production team has been at Cobham last week. So that sort of supports that rumour that there's, you know, videos being recorded or started to, you know, edit and whatnot. So that all sounds great to me, you know. Saturday, July the 1st, you know, could be a new holiday for Chelsea fans if, you know, if these things do come true. Let's see. We're now coming on to actually speaking about players. First of which is Alex Sandro. You know, I've mentioned him plenty of times before. I'm not going to go into explaining who he is anymore. If you don't know who he is, check out other videos. I put them up here. I put a video up there. You know, you can check that out where I go into more detail about Alex Sandro. But apparently the deal is very close to being done. According to reports, we've already found an agreement with the player himself. And the agreement with Juventus for the transfer fee is very close. And the transfer fee, as I mentioned, well, before, the transfer fee is rumoured to be around 70 million euros, which is around 61 million pounds, 62 million pounds, something like that. So yeah, I mean, I'd love it. Obviously, it would be our record signing. Like our current record signing is Fernando Torres for 50 million pounds, and now this would, you know, beat that by 11 million, 12 million. That's massive for a defender, for a left back, wing back. It's a big fee, but, you know, I suppose it's what you have to pay in the market today. Alex Sandro is one of the best left backs in the world. And, you know, if you want great quality, you need to pay great money, I suppose. And the next player, which deal seems, well, everything but announced, is apparently Bakayoko. Again, I've mentioned him before. I've explained who he is before, obviously. Central midfielder from Monaco. And apparently he even went to London yesterday for his medical check. So, like I said, that deal seems everything but announced so far. And the fee is apparently around 35 million euros, pounds, sorry. I don't really know what to think about the whole thing. You know, he's coming. Let's not deny it. We can argue with it all we want. But I suppose once he's a Chelsea player, we have to support him as we do with any Chelsea player. So if he is to come, I mean, welcome Bakayoko, I suppose. And a similar situation we're in with Willy Caballero. Obviously, which deal seems everything but announced again. You know, just like with Bakayoko, pretty much. Willy Caballero, obviously the former Manchester City goalkeeper who they've released at the end of the season, I think. So he would, you know, join us on a free, which, you know, is obviously good. And apparently, and according to reports, he's already had his medical check at Chelsea, which, you know, like I said, sounds very close to just being announced on Saturday as well. But we'll have to wait and see about that. I'm actually not too upset about that signing because I much prefer it to like signing a younger goalkeeper, you know, like Begovic, who will desperately want to play and just be annoyed if he doesn't play and then just want to leave at some point when he's not playing. So I don't even mind it. I know a lot of people, you know, properly dig into Caballero for his performances, but I don't even think he was that bad. You know, don't slate me too much for it, but, you know, that's my opinion. Now, coming to news that just isn't that good is that we sold Bertrand Traoré to Lyon for a fee as little as £8.8 million. It's mental. Like, obviously, he's from Burkina Faso. He spent this season on loan at Ajax, reaching the final of the Europa League, finishing, I think, second in the Eredivisie. Not 100% sure if they've finished second or third or whatever, but I know they didn't win the league anyway. And there's no buyback clause in their contract. It's not that we didn't try, it's because the French FA doesn't allow buyback clauses included in contracts with French clubs. So that's a bit annoying, I suppose. What apparently, and according to reports we do have, is something similar that Arsenal had with Cesc Fabregas when they sold him to Barcelona. So if Traoré is to leave Lyon at some point, we sort of have the first bid to sign him. You know, when Arsenal sort of turned Fabregas down, then we had the chance to sign him, and we did. We have something similar with Traoré, apparently. So if he is to leave, we have sort of the first bid to sign him ahead of any other team, to my understanding anyway. You know, he was good 2 years ago. He wasn't bad, you know, especially under Gus Hiddink. He played a little bit more. After, obviously, we sacked Jose Mourinho. He wasn't the best player. He didn't have the greatest of seasons at Ajax. But considering how much money some players go for at the moment, £8.8 million, seems a very small fee. Like, I'm not too sure about that one. But yeah, I mean, I suppose if Conte doesn't plan with him, obviously Bertrand Traoré was on pre-season last summer, so Antonio Conte had a look at him, and I suppose if Antonio Conte has decided he doesn't want him in the squad, we have to accept that, in a sense, I suppose. And then even more bad news, I suppose, is Bournemouth seem very close to signing Nathan Ake, re-signing him, this time on a permanent deal, not on a loan like last time, for a fee around £20 million, which deal, calm down, apparently does include a buyback clause. So, you know, it makes it a little bit better. And I do understand it in a way because, you know, we recalled Nathan Ake from his loan at Bournemouth in January. And how many games did he get in the league before we sealed it? Hardly any. Yes, he played in the semi-final against Tottenham of the FA Cup, but that was because Gary Cahill was ill. Otherwise, he wouldn't have played that either. So I kind of get it. You know, he's young, but he's not the youngest anymore. I think he's 22. So he needs game time. And, you know, if he can gain that at Bournemouth and, you know, we have a buyback clause for, say, a bit more than what we sell him for now, and we sign him back and he comes great, I suppose I'm all right with it. Although, I don't really see the point in it. Like, why do we have to sell him and then sign another centre-back for a lot more money probably? I'll come to that. Who maybe will play, who maybe won't play, I don't know. But, like, I don't really get it. Like, the whole thing. Just stick with the centre-backs we have. We have Azpilicueta, we have David Luiz, we have Gary Cahill, we have Andres Christensen, we have Kurt Zouma, and we have Nathan Ake. Why do we have to sell anyone? There's 6 centre-backs, we play 3 centre-backs, that's perfectly fine. Keep it as it is. But no, apparently we're not willing to do that. Coming to the defender that we're going to buy, apparently for a lot more money than we're going to sell Nathan Ake for, after apparently trying to sign Bonucci, obviously from Juventus, and we've had to accept that he's just not available, that Juventus doesn't want to sell, and he doesn't even want to leave. We've apparently accepted that, or had to accept that, and now apparently are after Virgil van Dijk again. I've mentioned him a while ago now, that we're interested in him. And we're apparently interested in him, and, you know, rumours are saying that we're about to sign him, or that we're willing to sign him for a staggering fee of £65 million. £65 million for Van Dijk. Are you having a bloody laugh? Are you being serious? £65 million for Van Dijk. What's he done in his career? Nothing. Yeah, he was at Celtic. He scored a screamer for a free kick. Well, great. It's not his job, is it? Centre-back. It's not his job. Yeah, he's been good at Southampton, but he's been injured for the last 6 months. Why are we signing someone that's been injured for 6 months? Who does that? Only stupid people sign players that have been injured for 6 months. You don't do that, especially for that kind of money. Yeah, if it was 35 million or something like that, I would say, well, fair enough. He's a good player, don't get me wrong, he's a good player. But he's not worth 65 million. That's more than Alex Sandro. Alex Sandro is one of the best players in his position in the world. I don't understand it. I really don't understand that. Not being funny, I don't like that at all. Obviously, if we do sell Nathan Ake, we do have to sign a centre-back. Will that be Van Dijk? We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. I hope it's not. Well, and if it is, I hope it's not 65 million. But yeah. And just sort of a little bit of news at the end. According to reports, Dani Alves has turned down a lucrative offer by Chelsea and has chosen to join his former manager, Pep Guardiola, at Manchester City. Which is obviously a bit of a downer, a bit of a bummer. Because I would have liked Dani Alves. I've mentioned it before, obviously. I think he's a great player. I think he would have given us 1 or 2, if not maybe, no, 1 or 2 seasons of great performances until we can find someone in that position who's going to be there for a longer time and who's very good as well. Now we'll have to wait and see. There's not really many reports other than Dani Alves going around about us signing a right wing-back. We need the right wing-back even more so than we do need a left wing-back. I mean, I don't know if Alonso might be switching over to the right Possibly. I doubt it because obviously he's left-footed. But, you know, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's really it from me. That's really all the, you know, the rumours that I've got for you today. Like I said, again, our apologies for not uploading for, well, over a week now. That's why there's, again, been a lot of stories today, although I've rattled through them. So, but yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed them. Leave me all of your thoughts down in the comment section below on all of the mentioned stories. You know, the whole Nike and Chelsea deal starting kerfuffle, you know, brand exposing videos, signings on the 1st of July, making the 1st of July a holiday. You know, leave me all of your thoughts on that. Alex Sandro, what do you think about it? Do you want him? Do you want him for that much money as well? Bakayoko, Willy Caballero. Funnily enough, there's not been many major news on Lukaku. He's uploaded a video on Instagram with him playing football when I think when he was still at Chelsea in a 5-a-side or 7-a-side, where you could see the Chelsea badge around it in like one of them small pitches. But that's it. Like nothing else has been around for Lukaku. I'm not sure if he's going to be one of them players to be announced on Saturday. We'll have to wait and see. But, you know, are you happy with Willy Caballero being our second choice goalkeeper? You know, if it happens. Bertrand Traoré, are you as confused as I am that we're selling him for that little money? I mean, I understand we're selling him, but for that little, I would have thought we'd get at least 15 million out of him. Nathan Aki, what do you think of that? Van Dijk, obviously, I've mentioned my frustration with that. And Dani Alves, I mean, there's not much to say about that. But yeah, leave me all of your thoughts down in the comment section below. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. We massively do appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching. Up to Chelsea. And I'll see you next time.